Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the study visa applications. I'm going to be dividing this video into two parts. The first part, I'll be talking about the first steps you'll be taking to apply for to get a study visa before the actual application for the study visa. In other words, I'm going to be talking about what you've been requiring before you commence with the study visa application. Before we, in the next video, I will tell you about how you what you will do to apply for study visa itself and the necessary documents you'll be needing and the requirements. Without further ado, I would like to begin with what is first on my list. Please, when I look down, just know that I have a book down here and I jotted some things down, so I have to look at it to abreast myself with the topic of discourse. Now, the first on my list is the passport. Well, I'm going to be talking about from my home country, Nigeria. We all know how difficult it is to apply for your passport and then get it ready in due time. So because of this procedure and the stress involved in getting a passport, I would like to advise you that before you embark on this journey of studying abroad in Canada precisely, you will have to get yourself your passport. Yes, your international passports. Make it available. Also, I also advise you, instead of the 5 years, just make it for 10 years to save yourself from the necessary stress again after it's expired, after when it's expired. Yeah, get your passport ready, make it available before applying for school. Yes, then I said it again, the first thing you should get on your list, if you know you want to go through the study route, get your passport ready. Now, the second on my list is proof of fund. Proof of fund requires another video of its own, because the process to the proof of fund itself is a major topic on its own. But however, your proof of fund must be ready in your bank before you can take that bold step to say, oh, I want to apply for school abroad. Because what's the need studying abroad when you don't have the finance to carry out all the expenditures that are required of you? So you need your proof of fund ready in your bank. And I think from IRCC, that's the Canadian immigration portal, I am talking from that. From what is written on the portal, it says proof of fund should be available in the bank minimum of 4 months. However, I would advise you should, I'm speaking from my own perspective, I would advise that your proof of fund should be in your bank for at least 6 months. For my own case, it was beyond, I think, a year. My proof of fund was there, because it's actually a money that is within, my proof of fund was in my account for a year, so it entails my salary and the money my mom paid into my account and all that. So I had to leave it for a year to let the visa officer know that of a truth, this money is mine. I am not using it for any kind of business as soon as possible or anything. Yes, so the nutshell is at least leave your proof of fund for 6 months before using it for any personal thing that you feel you have to carry out. Now the next on my list, after you've gotten your passport and your proof of fund ready, the next thing you should be looking out for is to gain admission in a DLI school. Yes, a DLI school is a school that is a desi, designated learning institution. In other words, it's a school that is recognized by the government of Canada, and every school that is recognized by the government of Canada has a DLI number, and these DLI numbers begin with 0. No, yeah, O, sorry, letter O. Every DLI school begins with letter O. That you should always have in the back of your mind. And again, I will also ask you to pay attention to this. A school may have a DLI number, and a school would also be a DLI school, yet they can't give PGW, PGWP, that's postgraduate working permits. So not all DLI school give PGWP, and as an international student, hey, you're not here to count the bridges in Canada. Obviously, you will need your PGW for postgraduate work permit. So always pay attention to the school you are applying to. You have to go to IRCC portal. If you have a school in your mind that you wish to apply to, you go to IRCC portal. You just Google DLI schools, and then you impute the school name and check if the school has a DLI number. And if the school has a DLI number, is a good check. That's the number one check. And you go further, checking if the school gives postgraduate work permit. That's another check. So you always have this at the back of your mind, that you need to get admission in a school that is a DLI and a school that gives postgraduate work permit. The next one is tuition. Yeah, for you to have your proof of fund, POF, it means you have your tuition available. So I would also admonish you to pay part tuition payment. If, for instance, your program, it's a 1-year program or even 2 years program, I would advise, it's not a must, because the government of Canada have said that it's not a must a student must pay tuition fee before they apply for study permits, or before their study permits can be approved. However, you know how this thing was run now. I feel if you're looking for something, and then maybe you're looking for a job, you must write an application now. You must go to the school and make findings, and you must actually sell yourself to make the school know that why they should why the place should employ you, any job, why this particular company should employ you. If you're looking for a job, you need to sell yourself, you need to submit application, you need to do some processes. Now, these processes will show you the level of your commitment and the level of your seriousness. So it's almost the same thing in this aspect. Why would you want to why would you apply to a school without paying school fees? It doesn't show some level of commitment. It doesn't show commitment level. It doesn't show seriousness. So our advice, even though you cannot pay your full 1 year tuition fee, our advice, at least the first semester fee should be paid. First semester fee should be paid in full. Now, to give you some level of seriousness that yes, I am actually capable to take care of my bills and the expenditures that are required of me through this process. Yes, so I feel it is best you pay some level, let's pay at least your first semester fee before applying for your visa. Like I said, according to IRCC or according to the government of Canada, it is not compulsory for a student to pay the first semester fee or any form of fee, tuition fee. But for my own aspect, as someone who have gone through, who have been there and done it, I feel it is best you pay at least your first semester fee to show some level of commitment and seriousness. Now, the last on my list is application fee. Now, there was a video I watched in some on Instagram. I can't really remember the channel, the Instagram handle, but some people were arguing about application fee or no application fee. There's all school in Canada accept pay application fee. There's some level of truth to that. They are right. However, I know of a school that you don't pay application fee to apply to the school, and that's Centennial College. Centennial College do not pay application fee. You can apply to the school for free, and yeah, and I think there's another thing, there's a clause to that. You cannot apply to more than one program that is not in the same. You cannot apply to more. I think there are three or two program choices you have to pick for every application, and you cannot submit another application if the previous one have not been addressed, because at the end of the day you have made all your application invalid. That's one of their rules. So if you file for an application, wait for a decision before you filing for another one, because I know I've done it before. I know some people, out of desperation, they've not heard from the first application, and hey, the application fee is free. You want to try another application to another department that you feel you're comfortable with. So that's the clause there. Don't repeat an application if the first one has not been decided on. So that's it for Centennial College. I think there's no application fee in Centennial College. Now, aside that, sometime I think in winter section, some colleges give application waivers. So for those ones, is it yeah, during winter season or winter section, I think winter season, some schools give application waiver. So like the November December period, most schools give out application code for students to apply to. So if you have plans of coming and you want to bypass the application fee part, so you can always watch out for the November-December period. But personally, application fee is nothing compared to the tuition fee you're paying. So if you want to apply to a school, anytime apply. How much is application fee? Application fee is around like max 120 Canadian dollars for some schools. I think the highest application fee I've seen so far maybe is 150 Canadian dollar that I've seen so far, but and lowest is 75 card. So application fee is nothing compared to the bills ahead. So at this point I will be rounding up the first part of this video. Like I said, you have to get your passport. I will recap what I said before now. The first thing on my list is for you to get your passport ready, because hey, we all know how difficult it is in Nigeria to get passport. Even right here in Canada, for you to get your passport in Ottawa, it takes time. Like, people go through a lot of stress. I'm even thinking when my passport expires in 2026, well, I hope things get better by then, because I don't have the energy to go through the rigorous stress of getting my passport done. So the first thing you should get ready is your passport. Yeah, your passport, because you don't want to apply to a school and whereby your passport is not ready when your admission is out and all that. So your passport should be ready. Your proof of fund should be available, because once you have your proof of fund, 95, let me not say 95, 75% of your problem have been solved. Proof of fund, then after which gets your admission to a reputable school that has the DLI number and offers postgraduate work permit. Also try and pay at least your first semester tuition fee before you apply for study visa. And of course, we talked about the application fee for the admission processes. Now, thank you for watching this video. We've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching it, and next week I hope to next week I will upload another video that will be the second part of this study visa application process, whereby I'll be telling you all the necessary things that are required for you to apply for your visa when you're ready to do it, after you've gone through this first step we've talked about today. So I will give you the breakdown of what you'll be needing to apply for your visa. So catch you next time. Please like this video, subscribe, and share my video, and watch out for next week for another interesting video. Thank you.